Inventory is climbing and no homes closed this week. I'm Tony with Clarkson Santoro, and this is our real estate update for the week of February 6th. We know that selling or buying a home can be very stressful and confusing. That's why we do these weekly videos so you can know how the market is impacting your options as a home seller or buyer. As always, we like to start the video by looking at how the market performed this week. We have 33 homes on the market, up 10 from last week. The average asking price dropped a little bit to $1,851,000, down from the $1,915,000 we had as an average asking price last week. 3 homes went pending, one more than last week, and the promising news is the pending sale price went up to $1,866,000, up significantly, more than $100,000 or $250,000 from last week's average asking price for pending sales. Less encouraging is the number of closed homes we had this week, 0. Down from the 4 we had last week, which even that wasn't a lot. But the average asking price last week was $2,168,000. Obviously, no average closing price for this week because there were no closings. So, now that we know how the market performed this past week, we'd like to look at the broader trends that help us determine where the market might be heading. But before I do that, if you do find this information helpful, you can hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on future updates. And while you're down there, why don't you hit the share button and share it with a friend? Everyone deserves to be in the know about their local real estate market and how it's affecting them. Okay, let's take a look at those broader indicators. Inventory climbed to 33 homes, like I said, this week. We had 14 homes marked as coming soon last week, so it's not surprising to see inventory start to climb this week. And it's not really abnormal for this time of year. Early February is usually when the spring market starts the main push. So it is likely that inventory will continue to climb through March. The only thing that will keep inventory from really starting to skyrocket is pending sales. And if that number starts picking up. As of right now, the pending sales didn't pick up enough. They did pick up last week, but not enough to really move the needle as far as the turnover rate. You see here, 50%, we're still sitting well below the 50% mark at just about 1/3 or 36% of a normal or neutral market turnover rate. There were no new closings this last week, so our over/under number hasn't changed since last week. And as we talked about last week, it's back in the under range, even though it had jumped up to the over range for a little bit. Same thing for sales price. Again, no new closings this week, so this average sales price hasn't changed, and it is right around where we were starting for an average closing price last year as well. The Triple Q fund dipped about 4% this week. Now this fund, which is mostly tied to the tech industry, is likely reacting to poor job reporting this week. This fund dropping points to a general concern about job certainty, especially in high growth dependent industries like tech. With that in mind, it's important to remember that our housing market has become heavily reliant on high-income households working in tech that want more home for the money here than they would get otherwise in the South Bay. So as the tech job market goes, so goes our housing market. So having a 4% drop for 1 week is something to be mindful of, even though it's not significant quite yet. And speaking of not significant, but continuing to be mindful of, the interest rates is the other headwind that we've been facing in our market lately. And they've continued their relative consistent pace of maintaining just low 6 percentage points like they have for the past year. Here we are in the low to mid 6s all year. Nothing new there, but again, the high interest rates is the biggest barrier to our market, as it greatly affects both buyers and sellers alike. This week, we're starting to see the signs of another slow spring market held back by high interest rates. Inventory is starting to pick up, and if buyers don't start making significant movement, we could see it balloon up to the 80s again like we had last year. As it stands, I think we are going to be in another market where only the standout homes move quickly, and everything else will take a lot of work to sell. So it will be up to homeowners to decide if they want to put in the hard work ahead of time to make their home that standout home, or do the hard work later as they sacrifice value that they thought they might have otherwise had by putting a home that's less than standout onto the market. Thank you for joining me for this weekly update. I hope it helps you understand how our market is affecting you and your options. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on future updates. And if you have any questions about how you can navigate the stressful and often confusing process of selling or buying a home, reach out to us directly or leave a comment down below. We're here to help guide you every step of the way. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl.